We live? Okay. So, just yesterday I made a community post about how I've been having a hard time and won't be, like, streaming any reactions because of it. But then a Sandersides video came out today, earlier in the day. It's nighttime right now. So I'm a liar, and I'm gonna watch the Sandersides. Oh, my microphone speaking. Um, I'm a liar, and I'm gonna watch the Sandersides video because I've been thinking about the series, and I know the Wes Anderson video just came out, which I watched on my own, but like for like an episode, like the title. I know it's not the season 2 finale. I'm pretty sure the season 2 finale has like 4 parts or something. I don't know. Oh, there's hair in my face. You can't see it. Okay, but but like. I know this probably isn't gonna be like a big thing, but it's been so long since we had like an episode with in the title that just says Sandersides. Like it's a Sandersides episode, right? I don't wait, am I crazy? Did the Wes Anderson episode have a thing in it? Am I a menace to the fandom? The fandom? I'm checking. I'm checking. Let me check. I don't wanna make an as out of you and me. Haha. References. Yeah, it just says Thomas Sanders. It's a Thomas Sanders video, but it's not an official Sandersides episode. And this is. So that brings me great joy. And anticipation. Because it's just we haven't seen like the characters in the world like interacting as they usually do in a while. And like I got so desperate at one point during the summer I started writing like a video essay at 4 a.m. anyway about Sandersides. Let's end it. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna watch new episode live. And yeah, he drew me back in to live streaming. God, I hope my family doesn't get annoyed. So yeah. Let me just set this up. I don't know how to use hotkeys for some reason. There you go. Oh, a little bit of lag. We can wait until that calms down. It's syncing back up. That's good. Okay. I should really bring up this stream on my phone so I know how it looks. Okay, looking fine. Okay, yeah, I'll get into it. It's only 6 minutes long, so I don't think I'm gonna be like going for like an hour or that's about or like 2 hours or an hour and a half like I usually do for like the very long Sandersides episodes. But yeah, it might be like just like the plushy episode. There's gonna be a lot of cool character moments to talk about. Maybe I don't know. So let's get into it. I have no idea what this is going to be about, so I don't know exactly. I would talk about stuff that seems relevant to this episode beforehand, but I don't really know what this episode's going to be about. Like, if I knew what it was about, like, if it was, like, dealing with anxiety, part 50, like, I would talk about, like, Virgil, like, where Virgil's been in the last couple of episodes, but this is just the sides, and it's a nice day, so I'm just assuming all the sides are going to be in it, so... You know, I don't know exactly how much we're going to be dealing with issues. It kind of seems like a break, like the title's like, we need a break. Like, so maybe it's going to be let's take a break from all the conflict that we've been having lately. So maybe that's what's happening right now, and who knows, and maybe I shouldn't try to recap the entirety of the conflict that's been going on for the past 3 or so episodes. Let's get into it and we can talk about it later. Okay. I was trying to see if I should test out the audio, how it sounds with the audio balancing. Okay, whatever. It'll probably sound fine. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Patreon. Nice. Oh my god, we're going in pairings?
Hey there, kiddo! kiddos, Patton here. I'm just making this video to let you know that Logan seems to be having a tough time lately. I don't know why. Maybe it's the struggles of the past year, or maybe it's just us being ourselves. Not sure. But today, I turned that all around thanks to a trend
Logan has
that
been
I
seeming to
found
have
on TikTok after scrolling through it for 5
a
hours.
bad
This is
time
gonna be exciting.
overall
Get ready for it. Let's go.
for a long
Pick one.
time.
What is this? No, you don't talk. Just pick one. Are those my note cards? Just choose one. Why? I'm giving you a nice day. How? Whichever you pick, I'm gonna want to do, which means Thomas is gonna want to do it, which means you get to do it too.
The power of influence.
What? Now you pick another one. You just got here. Why would I just pick one?
Maybe this is a little too quick.
All right,
Okay.
we're done here. Pick another one. Can I finish my snack? Nope, you're
Oh,
done.
you-
Pick another one.
I don't know. Is this that nice of a day?
Patton, we are 5 minutes into the documentary. Can I just... Picking time! Yes, Shooty Gatwa is an absolute snack and a half, and I can't wait to see him on the big screen. Pick one! Patton, I'm going to need you to chill out for a second.
Let him have this,
I
please.
know you're trying to give me a nice day, and that's very sweet, but we're moving so fast that I can't enjoy said nice day.
Thanks, TikTok.
Oh, you know what? On TikTok, they edit to the ends of each of the activity. I was wondering why they were getting through everything so fast.
Oh my god. Real-time TikTok speed. Okay, that's funny. The two codes. Okay.
Thank you, Patton. I did it. More drama prince than usual lately, and he's just been a real bummer, and that is coming from me. So,
Logan and Roman
you know,
have
I
been
figured something
the worst hit
would
by
be
the
done,
deceit
and
thing.
I might as well do it.
Even though Janus is my favorite
Patton
character.
seemed to have some sort of success with that stupid thing he did with Logan, so, you know, I figured why not try it on the royal pain in the ass himself. So,
That's very nice of you.
here you go.
Oh my! What in the whole new world is wrong with
What's
you?
up,
We are going to
bud?
do some of your favorite
We
things
didn't
today.
start
Do
the
this,
fire.
just pick a card and
Good
pick the name
options.
on the card.
Or maybe it's a different song with the same title than the ones I'm thinking of.
This isn't William Joel.
No, this is the new one by Fall Out Boy. It's better.
Ah,
I got others.
That's probably the one that I've heard.
yay! Wait, what the hell is this?
These are called Disney creepypastas. I thought you'd dig it.
Oh, okay. I think I'm done.
Cool, let's move on.
I'm glad you guys have so much in common.
What is that?
It's your animal companion.
No!
What? It looks like she likes you.
Veto! Just give me the next one! Give me the next one!
The veto.
Ah!
And so the Little Mermaid became the prince's companion. But he never fell in love with her. Not even once. Just kind of like kept her around as a little plaything to dance for him. And then he went and married this princess, this
Virgil.
other chick who he didn't even love, really. He just mistook her as the one who
We're
actually
trying.
saved his life when that was the Little Mermaid. And yeah, the Little
But we're
Mermaid
kinda
succumbed to a
failing.
broken heart. Didn't even take the chance to kill him when she was given it.
No! That is not how the story goes!
No, man, this is the real story. And in the end, she was rewarded for her selflessness.
The prince wouldn't be that stupid or mean. He's a prince, for crying out loud. A prince always does the right thing, the good.
Interesting.
Perhaps this isn't really the end to the story.
Okay, projection. I need to talk about that at the end.
Maybe it isn't. Maybe the prince realized that the marriage was a sham, and maybe he found the Little Mermaid before she turned to foam and saved her.
Oh, yeah, this is the actual fairy tale, the original one.
And the Little Mermaid happily
Do it, Virgil.
ever after.
Why am I sad? To throw up.
For now. It's like holding in a sneeze.
Okay. Yeah! Okay.
So people think they're the only ones who can give the sides a nice day. Well, guess what, motherfuckers? Janus is here, and he's about to give Remus his own nice day.
Oh, I love you.
Sorry, Remus is an absolute freak, but freaks deserve nice days too. So, I've got the note cards here that they're used for this stupid trend, and I just need to find a pen.
I don't have TikTok, so I've never heard of this before.
The pens. Remus, are you here?
Hi.
One of these
The
things
vlog
will
style
probably do it.
camera on Remus is terrifying. It's a found footage horror movie. But I missed what the card said because I was talking about how crazy he
Just
looks.
pick one of these.
Smash code that doesn't know how to park and destroy birth certificate. Smash code that doesn't know how to park is everyone has that thought. I don't know about destroy birth certificate.
We're going to
That seems inconvenient.
just have at it. I've convinced Thomas to lean into his intrusive thoughts today.
Hope Thomas doesn't get arrested.
Okay, next one here, boy.
That is terrifying. Kill Thomas's family.
It's chocolate.
Does he-
Okay, here you go. Can't believe
Janus?
I'm doing this.
Oh.
No.
Well, she was a real hoot. Oh my gosh. We're gonna get drinks on Thursday. Real nice gal. Thanks, Janus.
You're welcome, Remus. Don't say I never did anything.
Oh my god. Yeah, people have been saying that the sides need a nice day. And it they do, but dang, okay. Yeah. Oh my god. That was really cool. I've never seen that trend before, but it was very interesting. And okay, let's start with okay, first let's start. I'll try to segment my discussion. Let's start with the whole Patton and Logan thing. I love the most popular pairings. The three true pairings of the Sandersides fandom. I don't know, like they're the ones that group together the most in terms of fandom wise, because I don't know, it's like they've had the most. They can kind of just be like plot wise, they're usually grouped together, so that's why the fandom groups them together so much. So we have Patton trying to make Logan feel better, which is much needed. We didn't really, except for Roman, we didn't really bring reference. Whoa, my thing disconnected and reconnected. Let me see if my stream is still going. Oh, one person's watching. Is that me? It's me. Okay. So we didn't really mention exactly what is like what's caused the sides, or at least the fans, to decree that the sides need a nice day, is that some of the sides have had a negative response to some of the things that have happened in previous episodes. And when that's Logan, and there's the general like feeling that he's being ignored, which has been building throughout the episodes and kind of came to a head with the last Sanders asides, the working through intrusive thoughts, the Rubes Goldberg machine one, and orange. No, but it's not relevant. It's kind of relevant, but but yeah, it's like Logan's built up frustration over not being listened to, being tossed aside, being replaced in some cases. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, what? I'm trying to think of other places where Logan's been kind of... Yeah, there's just been a general undercurrent of Logan. They all have in names. Logan being... feeling ignored and not listened to. And... Yeah, and like, but in terms of what happened, it was like basically the fallout of why do I keep on disconnecting and reconnecting? I swear. Yeah, there's some that seem like they're on like the top of the world after that episode, and some that seem like they're not on the top of the world. And that's the people that kind of seem like they're having a good time is definitely Janus, because he got what he wants. definitely, and like Patton more so because he came to like an agreement and accepted Janus, and they buddies. And then there's, but then the people who kind of aren't having that well of a time after that episode, Logan, after being like sidelined for so long and just overall feeling not listened to over time. Roman for Janus being accepted by Thomas and Patton, and Roman very much doesn't like that because of like the guilt he feels and like the sort of like sense of I've completely abandoned segmenting my discussion, but Roman feels. Let me recap. It's just Roman feels like he is. Can I turn off the window capture and bring it back when I'm done talking? Roman feels like he isn't living up to his standard of what a prince is, who is always fighting for good and the right thing, and he is so scared of the idea that he might be selfish, or like he might be acting in his own self-interest over the interest of others, and he's like overcompensating for how much he wanted the callback and how guilty he felt wanting the callback over wanting to support his friends. And he has that moral standard for himself, especially because he wants to set himself apart. My hair is so weird from his brother that he hates, Remus, or at least he very much doesn't want to be, which he stated multiple times, and because he sets that standard for himself. That's like a wall between them, and then that once he realized that he might be crossing that wall, he doubled down and said we can't accept Janus, we can't act in our own self-interest. And then after that, and he was like, at the end of that episode, he was like, I would die your hero, and then Thomas didn't agree with him, and he left like offended. And then Virgil and Remus weren't in that episode, but Remus, we don't get much in terms of him, like his emotional vulnerabilities. But we do, well, he does express sadness at times, but it's very over the top, and we haven't gotten it in like an extremely serious capacity. But I feel like Remus is kind of middling in that sense, that I do believe maybe Remus, because I don't believe any side in Sanders head and any Sanders side, any side of Thomas's is like just a one-dimensional being, because they're all characters in their own right. So I do believe Remus probably does feel but he's used to it, so he reacts accordingly in his own way, in his own over-the-top way, because it's just the only way he's been since his creation, is to being ignored, being like treated. It's like merciless. Okay. Let me see how that looked. I hope that didn't look too stupid. It's me freaking out because someone enters my room. Okay, you don't need to know. Okay, continuing. I do believe that Remus. We don't know exactly how Remus is feeling, but I do believe that he probably doesn't like being ignored. Like, all of the sides don't like being ignored. but he's just used to it because he's never listened to, because he's been sectioned off, and that's like basically his identity is the creativity that we can't act on. So he's always ignored, and it sucks for him. So I do believe he does this. He is the one of that duo that seems to want to be lifted up, or like at this point in time needs some lifting up. So yeah, there's that. I do want to see more Remus though. I do want. I like in terms of because I know like Remus represents like bad thoughts, but like I did see a good tweet from a Vanda recently. Was that Remus isn't intrusive thoughts, like even though maybe he was referred to as such, maybe in his first episode, but Remus like uses intrusive thoughts as a tool predominantly, because that's kind of one of the only tools he has. Because like I believe like any of the sides it can use intrusive thoughts as a tool for their goals to be heard, and just like how like Patton seems to be having this overall like stress response to like this idea that Thomas is a bad person, like as someone with OCD, like the idea that like having like the idea that you're a bad person with every thought and every thought that you have and every action that you take, the worry that like, am I doing this for myself, am I being selfish, like that's in itself is an intrusive thought, like, and like not all. I do believe that like Remus can be a stand-in for intrusive thoughts because he is the ideas that have been validated off, but he has like he is dark creativity, that's what he is, and he uses intrusive thoughts to that effect because it's kind of the only thing he has. So I did like that idea, so I wanted to I don't know exactly, I don't know how to shut them out. I don't think I jotted them down or anything, but yeah. So I do want to see more of Remus. This is completely unrelated. This is just Sandoside's thoughts. I need to get on to the actual episode. I do want to see more of who Remus is as a person, or that's not a thing that they're willing to like explore, because it's said that they do mean Remus to be like kind of like one note in that aspect, because you know intrusive thoughts are a very serious like dark thing that people have to deal with. I do understand if they don't like want to go down a route where they're like, oh my god, the potential. I understand if he still remains like a boogeyman, because it's very hard to deal with as a topic, and like people haven't really found a way to like embrace intrusive thoughts because they're so disturbing. But yeah, aside from that, there's Virgil. He wasn't in SPS Redux, but he very obviously would not approve of the idea of like Janus being accepted into the group, because he has past and present beef with him, it seems. And it seems that Virgil, and we see it in this is very clever. I can't believe people don't talk about this more, but in flirting with social anxiety, but the animated episode, the aside, it's Roman and Virgil getting mad at Thomas because they think he's lying to himself, or he thinks he's lying about doing this and doing that, and he's like, stop with the lies. Like Virgil was getting upset, and he like lashed out about it. Then like Roman was also, they both hated the lies, and I obviously think it's a backlash to Janus being accepted, that they think they're like going into hyperdrive, like this is weird, this isn't okay, we can't let this increase, we can't let this happen, and it's like because both of them are the very anti-Janus troop. Look at them, another reason to group them together. They hate Janus now. Well, Virgil always hated Janus, it seems, but Roman more so after that whole debacle with Remus, and the callback versus wedding. but like they're the anti-Janus squad, and now they're very upset. So, but like it seems Roman is the one more. He was the one very hurt over it, not just because of Janus being accepted, but because he feels like Thomas is losing faith in him, and like Thomas doesn't trust him, and he's feeling very insecure about who he is because of Remus coming to the forefront, and because, yeah, okay, time to actually talk about the video. That's just a little tiny recap of where I think the characters are. So yeah, let's get back to this. So yeah, let me scan through. I want to look at all the cards. Go to library, go to museum. And then I like how Janus was the most successful here. Like, it was kind of like, so it turned out all right and good in the end, but like at least with Virgil's, it was like and Logan's for probably the TikTok length beginning of it. It was kind of torturous, it seemed. It's like things that are supposed to be make me happy, but kind of suck because of the way you're doing it. It's like very appropriate for you guys. So Rose here eats saltine crackers and jicama. What's jicama? I'm gonna look that up. I don't. This is completely unrelated. I don't know why. Okay. Vegetable. Mexican turnip. Okay. Just a fun fact. Yeah. A book. A gentleman in Moscow finally gets back into Duolingo. What? I'm very concerned about what this means and what's happening on Thomas on this very nice day for the sides, or these very nice multiple days for the sides, because it seems like they're implying like, since it's two of us versus all the other sides, and I'm going to agree with what you want to do based on this card, then we can get Thomas to do this thing by taking the forefront, and and it's like, I guess Thomas just has a very logical day. But then I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. But then we got to the Remus part, and now it's like, wait a minute, stop. Wait a minute. Thomas, I hope there wasn't any cameras around. But okay. Watch a documentary about covered bridges. Okay. Admire production photos of new Doctor Who. Start a compost bucket. These are very productive things. My phone ran out of battery. Okay, let me look up production photos of new Doctor Who. I don't know if that's the right search terms. I'm not a Doctor Who fan. But yeah. BBC reveals news at this is completely I'm off topic. I just want to know. Swinging 60s. Okay, time travel. Set a compost bucket. And he's like, Patton, please let me, if this is supposed to be my day, let me do things. And Patton's like, oh, that's how TikTok works. And I was like, this is going, I made a comment before, I was like, this is going very fast. This is like because of TikTok attention span, but it was just Patton not remembering that TikTok videos cut. Which is fun. Never change. Maybe do change a little in this scenario, but and now they do everything. Okay. I'm glad Logan had a day. I'm glad Logan feels got a day where he feels like he's in control, or maybe not in control, but he's being cared for and he's being listened to and stuff. Where he gets to do what he wants, which seems like a rare occurrence in his words. Next is Virgil trying to make Roman feel better after everything. And it was very sardonic, like, not like I like him or anything way. not like he's not super annoying. It's like, Roman's so annoying. What? Why? Why are you in my room? Can I talk again? Okay. Okay. So yeah, in the same way where he's like, Roman's super annoying, but I want to make him feel better. Like, okay, bro. He's always never change. Actually, never change. I love you. You're my second favorite character. Okay, Janus, Virgil, Logan, Patton, Remus. I don't know. I'm. That's not concrete at all. Don't quote me. But yeah. So Virgil does his best, and at least Logan got to enjoy it for a little bit until they restarted. But this time it seems that Roman was like slightly suffering throughout all of them, and it only got good at the end where Virgil was like, Virgil heard what Roman said and really tried to make it better for him. Because Virgil and Roman seem to they're very opposing personalities in a way. They don't mesh well in terms of their interests and what they find epic. So these Virgil's very sweet attempts didn't seem to land. He was just trying to share what he thought was what he loves, and like in a way combined with things that Roman loves, and it kind of didn't work out, but it was very nice.
All right, here's the thing.
Let me see all those cards. Stones on a tree, listen to We Didn't Start the Fire. Which version of We Didn't Start the Fire have I heard? My phone's out of battery! Okay. I can't tell. Maybe it's, I don't know if it's the recent one, or Roman's like, this isn't the version that I like. The Disney creepypastas?
What is this?
These are called Disney creepypastas. I thought you'd dig them.
Oh, okay. I think I'm done.
Cool, let's move on.
How bad were those creepypastas? I haven't watched Disney on YouTube. I haven't seen a Disney creepypasta, so I don't know. Get some How would Virgil have ruined to get some Starbucks? Okay. I don't know.
Yay! Wait, what the hell is this?
Oh my god, what's happening? Oh my god. What? The 0 go to the very beginning? I had no clue. And then we get to the story, which is the real. Okay, let's see. Get a new animal companion.
Cool,
Stab stuff with your sword.
Move on.
Oh, okay, that's not so bad. What the what?
How did we get this actual footage of a spider? Where does it come from? Did they actually have a spider, or is that stock footage? I don't know. It'd be funny if they actually had a spider just for this. And then he's like, Vito, give me that for drinks. Why does this keep happening? My connection. Okay, ask crush at Rick. Nico still? I don't know if they're exactly. They're probably not like an item. I guess he gave him his number, and he called him cute. But I don't know if they're boyfriends. I don't know. They did go to like an art mural wall together. Who knows? Okay. And then Virgil tells the original, was it like Grimm's fairy tale version of The Little Mermaid? Watch the new movie. It came out. It was very good. I watched it in theaters.
And then he went and married this princess, this other chick who he didn't even love, really. He just mistook her as the one who actually saved his life, and that was the Little Mermaid. And yeah, and then the Little
Just keeps her around to dance for him. I don't remember that part of the Grimm fairy tale, but fun. Not fun. Okay, this is the big thing. This is a big Roman moment. Big. Ever heard of Logangst? Now it's Romangst. I guess that works in the same degree as Logangst. Okay. Ooh, my clicking is off the rails. Okay. Okay, let's listen to this again.
And this is the real story. And in the end, she was rewarded for her. The prince wouldn't be that stupid. Or mean. He's a prince, for crying out.
Okay, breaking that down. It's the standards that he holds himself to, and he's talking about himself. The prince wouldn't be that stupid. He does say he has before said he feels stupid for believing Janus, for going along with Janus, falling prey to his flattery, for like giving in to his selfish desires or whatever. I don't agree with Roman's take on the whole callback versus I didn't agree with Patton's at the time, very much so, but like I do understand why he feels this way, because he's got a lot going on in terms of what's going on with him and how he views himself and how he views his brother and stuff. He wouldn't be so stupid or mean. And it's also the way he said a prince. He's not like the prince and a prince. It's like it's his. Well, he's the prince, like he's princey, that's who he is, but also like he's holding up himself the standard of a fairy tale prince, of like what he's supposed to act like and how he's never supposed to make mistakes, or he's supposed to be this perfect guy who's chivalrous and always doing good for others and such. So it's like he's explaining the standard and how he's upset with this story because the prince is breaking this standard. He's not living up to it, and the reminder of it is the idea that he's not living up to it, or he failed to live up to it in the past, which is upsetting him.
Always does the right thing, the good thing.
The right thing, the good thing. So this is the whole wedding versus callback thing that happened. The right thing, the good, like as if there is a right, objectively right thing, which is that sort of like moral binary that was struggling with a lot in Sando's sides recently, that Roman's struggling with. Like it's like the good thing is always the thing that helps other people and not ourselves, you know.
Perhaps this isn't really the end to the story.
Oh, and there's that idea of like there needs to be, I need to do like the story doesn't end here because I need a chance to redeem myself. I need a chance to do better.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe that's not it. Like maybe there's more, and I can prove myself, and you just saw something that put me in a bad light, but there's actually more to it than that, and you know, and it's interesting. I wonder what Roman's gonna do in the future to deal with this, because there's still that conflict with Janus that hasn't been resolved, and that conflict with Thomas a little bit. And Virgil's feeling it, like this is important to him, and I need to try to help.
Maybe it isn't. Maybe the prince realized that the marriage was a sham, and maybe he found...
And he's really comforted by this idea that this prince can make a mistake, and in the future he can realize it was a mistake and do better and have a happy ending and still be this prince. And I do want him to be able to realize he made a mistake and do better and everything, and I do want, it'd be great, but like I don't know exactly if he's correctly identifying that mistake, or I don't know. But varying opinions is good for this group that runs Thomas, because it causes like conflict, breeds progress and all that. But I do worry, about like about this like binary assumption that Romans come to about it, about what he's gonna do to try. And I'm also worried about the standard that he puts on himself, because it's not like no person can do the right thing all the time, and no person can act selflessly all the time, which we discussed in the last big episode. So I really do want Roman to progress, but I don't want him to like give up on his ideals either. I don't know. I don't know exactly what's gonna happen going forward, but I'm glad Roman's getting this now. Because it's true that
he realized he was good all along. Yeah.
He was good all along. Virgil hates happily ever after, because it doesn't exist. My second favorite character, guys. Okay, I'm gonna do Debbie Downer. That's why I love him.
For now.
Okay, I can't just watch the whole episode again. I like the Deceit Remus part is so, I keep calling him Deceit. It's because we learned his name last. The Janus, Remus, and it's like the shortest part of the video. My throat. And there was some very concerning note cards here that I'm like, I know it's a joke, but like the fact that this was a canon possibility for them to kill Thomas's family is worries me. Like I don't like what am I supposed to do with that joke? Like, Janus, would you really let that happen? Was that really a thing you'd offer up to agree with? I don't know. Okay. Let's look at the rest of the cards.
Guess what, motherfuckers? Janus is here, and he's about to give Remus his own nice day. Sure, Remus is an absolute freak. But
Not only
freaks deserve nice days, too.
are you lying when you say that? It's true, though. But I was like, an insult from Janus. I guess, yeah, it's true, but I wouldn't expect that to a fellow dark side.
Just need to find a pen to write things on them. Where do we keep the pens?
Remus, are you here?
Found footage horror movie. The story. Oh yeah, I talked about these. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, just have at it. I've convinced Thomas to...
It's the list like in the actually doing it, right? Am I crazy? Or just is the implication that Thomas is vividly imagining this happening? Just by leading into intrusive thoughts, you mean him keeping them in his mind vividly and not getting an arrest warrant? Who knows? Whichever way it swings, that's how I'll interpret it, I guess.
Here you go.
They walk into traffic. It's like he consistently chooses the one that actually is fine.
Okay, next one here, boy.
Like, the way it escalates too. In like things that that would be bad. Oh, that would be awful. You'd die. And that would be the worst thing ever. Like, I'm like, Janus, it seems like in all other cases we're implying that Thomas is actually going out and doing these things for the sides, because it's by the sides' decision that day. So these cards. I don't know how. And thus characters Thomas killed his family that day in this 6-minute Santa Sites video. I'm like, alright, let's just not read too much into jokes. Actually do read into jokes. Thomas's family was in danger this very day.
Boy.
It's chocolate.
Okay, here you go.
He was so sad about it. Okay, what was the last one?
It's chocolate.
Okay, here you go.
Eat paper and summon Bloody Mary. I would never. It's just as a child, it was terrifying.
Whoa. Well, she was a real hoot. Oh my god.
You guys would be
We're gonna get
besties,
drinks
huh?
on Thursday. Real nice.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Janus.
You're welcome, Remus. Don't say I never did anything for you.
Excellent. The besties. It's the Dance Dance Revolution. Now it's this. Amazing. I don't know what else to say. Yeah. Oh my god, I've turned it into an hour. It was a 6-minute video. Oh my god, my voice hurts too. I guess it's been a while since I've talked for a while since I've done a stream talking. I need water or juice or something. Oh my god. So yeah, that was Santa's episode. Thank you, Thomas, for the new episode. It was feed me. I'm starving. Oh! I'm like, I need Santa Sides content. No, it's been 50 years. I need to stop. No. It's good. I need to stop. But yeah, it was great seeing them again. Romangst. I keep calling it like Logangst. Okay. Logangst it sounds funnier. I think it's because there's already a G in it. There's like 2 G's. I don't know. Romangst. A little bit. Just a little bit. To pass you by. Wonder what's happening there. Yeah. Happy shenanigans with the sides. Good to see everyone having a good time. Yeah, everyone had a good time. Janus seemed a little tired of it, but I never know. So, like, you guys are buddies, right? Like, I never know if that's just how it comes off. Or is it like, Remus is a freak, as he said. So it's like, yeah. I'm happy you're happy, but okay. Friendship. Okay. But yeah. Interesting. But yeah. Yeah. Exceptional all around. I love Santa Sides. We had some cool like vlog POV this time because it's like a TikTok trend, so different from a regular let's all stand in the room and talk about philosophy for an hour Santa Sides video, which are my favorite. I love those, but okay, just stop. My microphone's peaking so much. But yeah, there's such characters in my mind that like I can't. It's like hard to process the fact that they're all acted by Thomas, so it's like I don't even know. I can't be like, oh my god, like this part was such good acting and this part was such good acting and this part was such good acting, because like I literally forgot there was acting and I was like, oh my god, my favorite characters. my favorite people on the planet, they're here. And it's like, so that in itself is a testament to how good the acting always is. Thomas has nailed these characters down because he spent so long on them, and yeah. So yeah. Oh my god, I don't know what else to say. I spent a lot of time talking about things that weren't even in the video. Oh my god, funny as always. The sense of humor on point. They're so wacky, but it's so weird because Sanderson is so wacky. Like, they say such wacky things, and it's like references all the time, and there's like the people act in ridiculous ways, and all this stuff happens. But it feels very, I don't know why, but it feels so grounded to me for some reason. Like, these are, like, I believe all of these characters, and I feel for all of them, and when they're having a good time, I'm believing they're having a good time, and it's like, I don't know, I love Sandersides. It has a very strange balance that's like incredible, that tonally, that I love. So yeah, it's been so long, so that's why I wanted to react to this one. It was super cool. Yeah, thanks Thomas and like the whole team. I don't know exactly, well, I don't know if the team looked, let me see, I looked at those credits.
Remus.
This is to thank you Patreons. So I don't know if this was kind of just a solo work because it was short and because it was the vlog style. And the writers, the Patreon writers. This wasn't like one of like the massive 40-minute videos that need like animators and like music composers and like directing and stuff, I guess. But either way, I think the Sandersides team for all the other episodes and just helping flesh out the characters all the time. You lucky Patreon ducks. I have no money of my own. I live with my family. Okay. But yeah. Excellent. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It was super cool. Yeah, it was every character was in it. Dang, we have 6 I keep forgetting how many characters we have. We have 3 perfectly formed groups, somehow. I know those 4 the 4 OGs. The lamp, logic, anxiety, morality, prince? Why is it called lamp? I don't know. I know on AO3 it was like, I keep saying like lamp, platonic, and I'm like, lamp? What? A prince? The acronym that makes more sense, I guess, because at the beginning they like knew them as the things, and like even though he was always creativity, I guess, like Prince was more of a name for him, I guess. I don't know. We have the original 4 and now we have the 2 dark sides. I wonder what's gonna happen when we have the 7th color of the rainbow. Wait, I see. Okay. Someday. Do I have anything? I don't have any orange objects in my room. Someday. Ignore the rest. Orange. He's a coming. Finale. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It was very cool to see them all. A very creative video concept, because they did need this. Because we're not used to seeing the sides so happy. Because usually every time we do an episode, someone's very upset. Because that's the conflict of the episode. And sometimes the conflict spans forever. So, and a lot of them have been having hard times, as I've said. So, Patreon writers, you were correct. They did need a good day. So, yeah. Yeah, I love all these characters. Can't wait to see more of them. Thanks for the episode. So yeah, I'll be signing off into the next dimension. Nobody will be there, and watch Sandersides. Watch the rest of them. Great episodes all around. Favorite one is SP.